Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Okay, let's check in with Alana in a very active weather period.
Oh yeah, the power of the weather. You're seeing it across the country, and we've got storms right here at home. Live view from Oak City, Millard County, where we've got some thunderstorms over in the West Desert, putting down some decent lightning. Speaking of, caught this on the Richfield camera. Wait for it. This is over Monroe Canyon as that cell came through. Very gusty conditions and that lightning striking the mountain. You want it to come through with moisture so that it puts out any possible spark. We saw these storms ramp up with the heat of the day. Satellite radar shows their east progression here, and in the last few hours we've watched south central Utah, eastern Utah, and now the West Desert with some active skies. Along the Wasatch Front we've been a little quieter. Let's look at the forewarned radar right now and show you where we're dealing with those storms. Jumping over to the West Desert, we're going to watch what happens towards the Tooele and Rush Valleys near Delta, because with the eastward movement of these storms we could see that push into portions of the Wasatch Front and over I-15. Stepping back near Ridgefield, you see that storm that just brought the lightning. You see that extends down to Milford, southern Utah over the mountains, all the way up through Hanksville near Lake Powell, eastern Utah, Moab to Four Corners with the storms out there. And we're watching the basin just clearing, but we still have north of Green River and I-70 some lightning out there. So we take the live view from Ensign Peak. Quieter conditions along the Wasatch Front, but we've got wildfire smoke as well as some cloud cover. You can probably notice that if you step out, those hazy conditions are there, and that's impacting air quality. Right now, air quality has elevated particulate matter and ozone because we're dealing with the heat of the day. That's brought unhealthy air for sensitive groups to Salt Lake County, that duo. We also see that mixture along the Wasatch Front, the Wasatch back dealing with some ozone, and then unhealthy air for sensitive groups in Grand County with wildfire smoke carried by our winds pushed up against eastern Utah, and in the south, elevated particulate matter in Washington County right now. Our Futurecast smoke model shows where thicker plumes of smoke will go. I like to show this because I like to forewarn folks. If you have respiratory issues, you probably feel that increase of smoke, especially in southern Utah. Here we are by 10 p.m. southeastern Utah with the bulk of it, but the winds carry that further north as we head into our Thursday. A more southerly flow takes over, and that will bring some of that smoke along the Wasatch Front and in the central portion of the state as we get through our Thursday afternoon and evening. Northwest flow out there today, helping to cool temperatures a bit, where in Ivins it's 100 degrees, only 100 degrees. Keep in mind, I told you earlier this week it was 110 at one point, so we've backed off a bit as we look at those numbers. 95 in Salt Lake, 94 in Moab. Look at Emory, Grand Staircase, Milford. Those are areas in the 80s due to the storms overhead, and it's 99 in St. George. Along the Wasatch Front, 90s for the next few hours. We will likely see dry skies, only a slight chance we see a pop-up. A different story for tomorrow. You can see that bullseye with moisture streaming into the state. I'm going to show you why. We see our high pressure slide to Arizona, and an upper level low coming from Baja California will actually grab some moisture, and that southerly flow will funnel it into the Beehive State. We're going to remain unsettled for our Thursday, bringing storms further north for Friday and lingering into a portion of your weekend before we quiet things down a bit as we head into early next week. Futurecast gives us the timing of that moisture. You're going to see those storms even tonight. A few pop-ups linger. Here we are into tomorrow afternoon, southern Utah, eastern side of the state, but we start to see a few cells pushing a little further north. That brings the potential of those storms. We're going to watch that continue to happen tomorrow by 8 p.m. Iron and Washington County with some heavier rain. We know into Friday that moisture migrates further north, and the potential for isolated storms along the Wasatch Front exists. Love to forewarn you early. It's what we do best. As we look at the flash flood potential, it's possible in several locations for tomorrow that we love to bike and hike, so stay out of the lowlands. As we look at the 90s, tomorrow will warm ever so slightly. We'll see upper 90s in Moab, 98 in St. George, where cloud cover and storms will cool us just a few degrees. As we look at the next 7 days, the triple digits come back, but we're unsettled with active skies through at least Saturday. Here's the Wasatch Front. 95 is our average. We're getting into the hottest time of the year, climatologically speaking, for the Wasatch Front. Temperatures stay close to that, but we could see some thunderstorms for the close of the work week.
Okay.